For my part of the hop, I decided to make a Christmas mini album. For this Christmas mini album, I've used the Graphic 45 rectangle tag and pocket album in ivory, and I've used papers from the Graphic 45 Portrait of a Lady patterns and solids 12 by 12 paper pad, and I've used several dies, some from Graphic 45, some from Spellbinders, and items from my stash. And I will go ahead and link everything that I've used in this mini album in the description area below. Now, with this Christmas mini album, I wanted to show you how you can easily transform just about any paper pad into a holiday paper pad. I didn't have any holiday paper pads at the time, so I decided to use the Portrait of a Lady because it has so many beautiful papers, and I figured that with my holiday dies, I should be able to transform the paper pad into a nice Christmas holiday feel collection. So let me show you the outside of this mini album. First, we come across some dies. These die cuts are from Graphic 45. They have this gorgeous clock die, and as you see here, I used it to adorn the front papers of this mini album, because whenever you come across Christmas stories, it all comes down to the stroke of midnight or whenever Santa Claus is supposed to slide down the chimney. And so that was the intention behind this clock die over here. And I used dies from Spellbinders here and here to commemorate that feel of Santa has landed on the roof at the stroke of I don't know what shows here. I can't see upside down. I think it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And so I really like the way that how this came out. And over here we just have some regular trim from my stash, and this is what the spine looks like, and this is what the back looks like. So let's go ahead and open it up, and here is our very first page. Let me line that up. There we go. In our very first page, like I said, I'm using my dies, anything related to or that can be looked upon as holiday, as an elegant holiday. I went ahead and used those to bring about that feel. So over here, I have some poinsettia dies that I used, and I centered one of the Graphic 45 Portrait of a Lady chipboards right on here. I think that is really, really pretty. I made this waterfall for this page over here, and it's just basically held with a simple ribbon, and this is what the waterfall feature looks like. It's very simple, very easy to make, and this one is glued on down here. So moving along, we have on this other page, what I decided to do on the back of the signature, I decided to use one of the beautiful Portrait of a Lady pictures, and I've used some dies from Spellbinders. These are actually corner dies. These corner dies that you see here. I decided to use them at the top and the bottom to kind of like frame these beautiful pictures. And in every pocket, you're going to find a tag by Graphic 45. These tags are provided in the Staples mini album. You get 1 per, so that would be 6 tags, and I went ahead and I used the Graphic 45 die that matches this size tag to adorn the tag over here, and I left it blank there. And in this next page, I went ahead and I used more Graphic 45 tag dies to create these tags over here. And once again, this is a Spellbinders die, and this is a Spellbinders die, and what I've done over here is I've used the leftovers, or the things that pop out of the die cuts, to adorn these spots over here. So these tags will just sit right on here. These do include spaces for more tags if you want to create more tags. And so moving right along, on this page over here, I have some flat back pearls that adorn a little strip of some leftover trim that I have. Here is a Christmas tree die from Spellbinders, and I have some chipboard pieces from Portrait of a Lady, Graphic 45, and some tags from the Portrait of a Lady, Graphic 45, and more chipboard pieces over here that hold the this pocket that I've made using that die right there. And once again, we come across a pretty picture from the collection, and here are more Spellbinders dies. Here is another tag by Graphic 45, and I've used the die to cover that up. And here's another pocket, and over here, I hope that you can see this. I used, if you can tell, the Graphic 45 clock die to adorn this piece over here, and I will be putting a picture right along here. And this is just a journaling card that I attached on this page for journaling. And moving along, here's another great spot for a picture, and here is another spot for a picture. And here is a frame by Spellbinders that is framing this beautiful Graphic 45 tag. And here we go. Here is another journaling card, and more tags, and another spot for a pocket I mean, and another pocket there. What I've done here is I use some snowflake dies by Spellbinders to adorn this part and this part over here. And what I did was I cut around this picture so that I could include it as a frame here. And what I did was, when I glued this down, I made sure that I left a little bit of space over here so that I could slide a picture right underneath here. And here's another spot for a picture, and pretty much what this works is a frame, as you can see, and I will go ahead and enter an oval picture right along here. And here is another one of the beautiful tags from Portrait of a Lady, or journaling cards, which is framed by some Spellbinders dies. And here is another Graphic 45 tag, and another pocket here. And this is also a Spellbinders die that I used to make this page Christmassy. And here is another ephemera card, or journaling card. And this beautiful picture right here is actually an insert, kind of sort of like an insert. I just used a regular circle paper punch to for the top over here, so that it will easily slide out, and we can journal right over here on this, or we can add a picture on top of this, however we want to use it. Or this can also be used as a tag in one of our pockets, and we can just insert a picture there. There we go. Okay, and moving along, another journaling card from the collection, and we have another pocket with a graphic 45 tag. And another pocket here. And what I did here was, when I was cutting a frame, I went ahead and I used the little tabs that fell off of it to kind of sort of do like a picture frame over here for a picture. And here is a journaling card. And this part right here, when I was die cutting, I made a mistake on one of these die cuts, and I didn't want to throw it away because that would mean waste of paper, waste of gold cardstock for me. So I held on to it. And as I was working on the mini album, I figured, you know what, if I cut it just right, I could use it as a topper to the journaling card. See, this part is this part right here. You see that? It's this part right there. So hey, it worked out really, really great. Now moving along here, this is another die from Spellbinders that I glued it in such a way so that it will work as a pocket for this graphic 45 journaling tag or card. And I use the clock die over here and just one of my swirl die cuts with a rose to just kind of like do something different with it. And here is another journaling card positioned the same way as the other ones. We have our large tag over here, another spot for a picture, and over here we have a tag. And with this graphic 45 journaling card, I decided to create a pocket, and what's framing the pocket is one of the dies from Spellbinders. And this is what this looks like, and this goes right along here, and that is pretty much it. So I hope that you've been able to gather some neat mini album ideas for your Christmas mini albums. Thank you so very much for watching, and on to the next video.